Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss the testing and evaluation. Actually, this topic is having a great worth because testing and evaluation is very important from teacher's perspective as well as student perspective because testing and evaluation justify a learner that at what level he is in the performance or through the formal test we can assess a learner in a subject or in a language performance. So to understand the testing and evaluation, first we are having the testing and assessment. A test or a quiz is used to examine someone's knowledge of something to determine what he or she knows or has learned. Testing measures the level of skill or knowledge that has been reached. Assessment is the process of documenting knowledge, skills, attitude, and beliefs, usually in measurable terms. The goal of assessment is to make improvement as opposed to simply being judged. In an educational context, assessment is a process of describing, collecting, recording, scoring, and interpreting information about learning. After understanding the testing and assessment, there are different types of tests which are having several purposes as they serve specifically. So the different types of tests are placement test, diagnostic test, progress or achievement test, portfolio test, and proficiency test. So first of the beginning test is placement test. It is a test which is usually given to a student entering an educational institution to determine specific knowledge or proficiency in various subjects for the purpose of assignment to appropriate course or classes. Then we are having the diagnostic test. This testing is used to diagnose what skill a student has demonstrated proficiency on. Diagnostic testing often measure for student misconceptions or where students are in stages along a progression, such as by grade level of concept or skill. For example, diagnostic reading assessment can measure what grade level students are fluent at reading or based on their comprehension of text. Then we are having the progress or achievement test. An achievement test is a test of developed skill or knowledge. The most common type of achievement test is a standardized test developed to measure skill and knowledge learned in a given grade level, usually through planned instructions such as training. A classroom instruction achievement tests are often constructed and contrasted with tests that measure aptitude, a more general and stable cognitive trait. Then we are having the portfolio test. Portfolio assessment is an assessment from that learner do together with their teacher and is an alternative to classic classroom tests. The portfolio contains samples of the learner's work and shows growth over time. And then we are having the proficiency test. It is an extended form of diagnostic test. A diagnostic test which identify areas to work on and a progno- prognostic test which tries to predicate a learner ability to complete a course or take an exam. Proficiency tests are uncommon within the classroom but very frequent as the end aim and motivation of the language learning. Then we are having the characteristic that what are the factors which make a test labeled as a good test. Then we are having the first validity. Validity means truthfulness of a test. It means to what extent the test measures that what the test maker intends to measure. It include the two perspectives. These are the two school of thoughts which are having the basic validity definitions. Uh, First, we are having the validity refers the appropriateness of the interpretation. Here, the appropriateness of the interpretation is a basic. concept uh, delivered in 1995. So this concept of appropriateness and interpretation made from test score and other evaluation results with regards to a particular use. Then, if we move towards Abel 1991's definition, the term validity, when applied to a set of test scores, refer to the consistency with which the score measures a particular cognitive ability of interest. The second one is reliability. Reliability, in the other words, we may say that reliability refers to consistency of measurement. That is how consistent test score or other evaluation results are from one measurement to other. Then we are having the perspective of CV 1973, who defines reliability as the worthiness with which a measuring device measures something, the degree to which a test or other instrument of evaluation measures consistency, whatever it does in fact measure. Then we are having the type of test items through which we can differentiate that what type of test or what are the levels of test it will be inside by giving them the basic framework or the basic criteria. So there are two basic types of test items. The one is direct and the second one is indirect. So now we overview that what are the test items in the direct test types and what are the items includes in direct test type. In the indirect test items, we are having the multiple choice question, which is very common nowadays. Then we are having closed procedures, sentence reordering, and transformation and phrases. And as we are having the indirect test, then we got the essence of these kind of tests, which are having the speaking, writing, reading, and listening skills reflection, particularly and in a descriptive manner.